Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day out there. This will be your weekly reading for the week of January 19th through the 25th. And during that time, we'll have a waning gibbous, which is a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth. We'll move into the last quarter on the 22nd, and then into the waning crescent, which is a really good time for surrender, rest, and healing. So keep that in mind as you're moving through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter. So of course, please keep what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. That's what I'm trying to say, getting tongue-tied today. Your overall message, Virgo, for this reading: nothing is yet set in stone. A card that comes out quite often in these readings. All right. As I'm shuffling the tarot cards, I'd like to remind you to notice the world around you this week, not only this week, but every week, really. Just look for those synchronicities. That could be, animals that pop up that you don't see every day, repeating numbers. This could be a song. Maybe you turn on your car and there's a song on the radio that's just really relevant to something that you're going through, that sort of thing. So just watch for those synchronicities as the universe guides you on your unique path. All right, Virgo, January 19th through 25th. Nothing is yet set in stone. Let's see what you guys have going on this week. All right, your overall energy. All right, looking ahead to the future a little bit. This could be new ventures that you're thinking about. This could be, maybe making some travel plans. This is often a card of travel. So, maybe there's a vacation on your horizon or something that you're just starting to plan, but looks like you're, planning something in the way of new ventures or trips, that sort of thing. Your current situation is your financial stability. So, maybe that's going in with thinking about these new ventures. You're getting your ducks in a row. Do I have money to do this trip? Do I have money to do this new venture? If not, do I need to, save a little bit, cut back somewhere? So that seems to be on your mind as you're thinking about that. At the root of your situation is some stress and anxiety. So could be that, you've just been through it and you're ready for a break. So you're kind of planning that and thinking ahead to the future and thinking, can I get away next weekend? So, that's my dream, is just a cabin in the woods with no technology, and a fireplace and a stack of books would be my perfect getaway. So, maybe that's something you're thinking about. You're just like, I'm kind of done with the stress, ready to get away from everything. So that's what's kind of bringing this up. In your recent past, as it looks like you've been moving towards the future and moving towards in a kind of a positive emotional way. This could be that, this could be maybe even, I'm getting that you're in maybe your romantic world, that this trip could be kind of motivated by that too, that you're in a good place, and maybe it is time to just kind of get away together with someone. So keep that in mind. Again, nothing is yet set in stone. Kind of making some plans here. What's on your mind is the King of Wands. So, this is knowledge of the things that light a fire under you. And this could be, goes into that planning when it comes to, these passions that are budding here, that, what is the thing that's going to drive you to kind of get over this anxiety and really get you out of your world, so that you can have just a really good escape, and it's something that you're passionate about. So, is there some area of study that maybe a trip that kind of supports that? Might help if you're studying something and you can go to a town where there's a museum or something, that's just very interested. It's something that you're passionate about. You're going to kind of interlay that with maybe this getaway or this new venture that you're thinking about. What is just ahead of you? More wands, feeling like you against the world. So, really a question of your passions and the things that drive you this week. And it's really on your mind there. So, and it's maybe this anxiety is a little bit of frustration that in the past, you were more focused on your emotional world, and you want to be more focused on the things that drive you, the things that make you want to get up in the morning. And so what are those things? And maybe you are kind of feeling like, it's me against the world. Nobody really understands my passion, and it's time to get away and explore it on your own. And who cares what everybody else thinks? In your advice position, more wands. Wow. So really, looking towards the future. This is, kind of achieving a goal, and you're asking yourself, and maybe this is kind of a new budding passion, that you're exploring and you want to continue exploring, but do you want to go bigger with it? Or stay where you are? That's really that's what this card asks. Do you want to stay or go bigger with it? And um, that's a good question. So I love that all of these wand cards, really just thinking about travel and adventure, and also, anytime I'm reading tarot and I turn around and I see quite a few cards here with your back to me, it just means that you're moving forward. You're thinking forward and you're moving forward. So quite a few of those, a couple of them looking directly at you, of course. What's beyond your control this week is some rest and meditation. So, of course, like I said, with the waning crescent moon, that's a really good time for that. Is maybe just, instead of sitting in this anxiety place, calm your mind, quiet your mind. And it seems like that's going to be beyond your control. And really think about this. Think about your next step. Think about, again, with your financial stability. Are you, we've got two fours showing up here. So fours are about stability. Did we have, we've got a two there also. But fours are about that stability and that just kind of getting centered into that element. So, the element of air, this is getting centered in your thoughts and your communication, and just really having that balance. If you think of the fours like, the stability of a table with four legs, everything's just on the ground, and it's that card of stability. And that's the stability of your thoughts there, along with the stability of your material world. Secret desire, what you're trying to avoid, is the Empress. So here we have the card of ultimate creativity. This can be the card of the mother. This can be the card of pregnancy. And that doesn't mean that literal pregnancy, although of course it can be. I've missed that a couple of times because it's also the way of birthing a thought or an idea. It's not always a literal pregnancy, but again, I've learned that it actually can be. So, think about that. And are you trying to avoid, giving birth to something new, or is it your secret desire? And only you can answer in this position, but definitely something to think about as you're doing this rest and meditation, is what is it that you're trying to give birth to here when it comes to these passions and these things that you're, kind of feeling like it's just you out there doing it, but you certainly want to gain knowledge about this thing. And I would think that that's not something you're trying to avoid, although you may be kind of just pushing that down and thinking, oh, that's not something that's that other people are going to take seriously. And if you're kind of having that you against the world feeling, then again, who cares what other people think? And your final outcome is feeling a little bit dissatisfied. So, that might motivate this change. You've got these cups, again, these emotional cups that in your past that you're moving, they're full, and you're seeking out new things. Are you a little bit dissatisfied with, here we've got a couple of, well, that's a four also. I'm looking for fours and I picked it up. That's three fours. And fours are something that I encounter all the time. I cannot escape them. I've encountered them today twice. So, you may want to look up angel number 444, see if that speaks to you in any manner. Because there's so many fours here, because this is about stability. It is about change, but something here is a little bit dissatisfying for you. And it could be the reason that you're wanting to make this change. And, because it's in your outcome position, maybe you need to give yourself a little bit more time to really hash out and think about this problem. A couple times it's come up that you're kind of worried about what other people think of you. I know Virgos can be very self-critical, but also kind of perfectionistic in kind of how others view you. And I think, there's nothing set in stone. I feel like there's something that you need to step out here and just don't worry about what other people think of you. What's being hidden from you this week is the World card. So, wow. You know, you don't want to hide the world from yourself. This is the card of perfect balance, and your dreams materialize. This is being accepted. This is freedom and fulfillment. So don't, if that's hidden from you this week, then you really are kind of in the depths of it. And don't, hopefully that gets revealed to you through all of this thought, through this meditation, through thinking about it, and considering, how that you're dissatisfied. Again, so definitely something to think about while you're thinking about it. Spend some time this week, like I said, with the waning crescent. It's a really good time for that, to surrender, rest, and really just think about this entire situation. So let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Virgo, January 19th through 25th. Final message. Tune out distractions. So yeah, again, with that, just going within and really thinking about, what is it with your next step. Again, go look up the fours, look up 444, see if that has, see if that means anything to you this week, because it may. But I think once you get the situation just kind of resolved in your mind, which I feel like that's what this week is about, is really going within and thinking about this. And you may not have action on this week, but I feel like it's going to get resolved in your mind. And you might be a little bit not really happy with with the things that you come up with, and of course that can change next week. The situations like this where you're in deep thought and really contemplating, some major change or a trip that you might want to take. It might take a couple weeks. So just be very patient with yourself, Virgo. So I really appreciate your time with me here today. I hope there was something that you can take away from this reading and use for this week. If you'd like to share, of course, please leave me a comment and then let me know. That helps me connect with you, and I would love to get that kind of feedback. Also, I do post weekly, so come back next week. We'll see if this situation continues, or if you have kind of resolved it next week, and you're in a better place and ready to just move forward and make a decision. So, if you enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, and of course, I would really appreciate that. So, again, Virgo, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.